Hey guys, so normally when I do a game jam, I like to live stream the submissions after as much as I can, but I don't really have time this time, so I'm just going to do some pre-recorded, play through as many as I can, and I'll just do them one by one here and there when I have time and clip them all together for you. So this is the game jam, it's GameDev.tv's jam. It was a theme of Last Stand, and it's pretty crazy. There's 1,100 submissions. So last time I played every single one, but there was just over 100. So obviously I can't do it this time. Okay, so the first thing I want to show is I'll just show quickly my game here. I'll give a quick little rundown on what I was thinking here. So I went with a puzzler kind of game. And basically the idea here is you're a block, you move around, and these spheres are the enemies trying to reach your base. So you're taking your last stand. And this is my itch page. I just got some little animations and stuff. And I'll show the game quick here. And I actually had a ton of fun doing this. I haven't made a game in well over a year. So this is starting to get me back into it. And I love this game. It's probably my favorite game I've made so far. So I'm setting myself a goal to actually make this a final game and publish it on hopefully Steam and maybe the Android store. Okay, so I'm just going to full screen this. And basically all you do is move around. Now, I don't know why, but these coroutines for this load-in are much slower on web. I intended for this to be very fast, and I just couldn't find a way to make it work. Now, these levels are all loaded in via a text file, so I can edit and make levels in Notepad. Basically, it's just a grid of text, so I do things like a 0 is an empty space, a 1 is a block, P is where your player is going to spawn. And then this way, since later in the game, it's going to be very, I guess, based on the shape of the player, because you want to make it fair. So I wanted to have a level editor that was very easy to do. So I'm just going to get through a few levels here just to show how it improves the gameplay. Now, right now, this is kind of the tutorial almost. It's very simple and slow. Your cube is only one block, so it's easy to move around. But then what happens is your block gets larger. So in the jam, I only had time to make it where it turns into a 2 block and a 3 block. So they're just in a straight line. But the idea I want to have is I want to make it weird shapes, so almost like Tetris shapes, and can do things like an S or even like a C shape. So it'll make it really tricky to navigate on the game space. All right, let's see. I think it changes right away here. Okay, so there, now we have 2, and you can see more of the gameplay now. The movement is based on your shape and the level. So you can't just move, like right there, I can't move into that space because I have to find a space that gives me enough access. So now that I'm 2, if you look, if I move to the right, it's going to move the next one over, and then to the right, I need 2. So it drastically changes the gameplay based on that. And then you get to a point where you have 3 cubes as well. Later, I want to make a lot of different style levels. I have a lot of notes of ideas I want to do. So some levels I want to have like a barrier in the middle and just your base in the middle that can be hit from both sides. And you have a player on each side and the same input for both of them. So you have to think how you're going to navigate more. I want to do a lot of stuff like that, as well as like themed levels. So we can have like a, sci-fi synthy kind of level, a water one, and just do a lot of different things. So yeah, that's basically my game there. I hope you guys tried and vote and rate for it, how you like it. I'll put the links to all the games below. But now that that's over, let's start grabbing our first game. So the first one I'm going to try here is from somebody that hangs out on my Discord a lot. So I want to do anybody from my Discord server I'm going to try to do first because they're always very supportive. They help me with troubleshooting my game, play testing, even how to code stuff. So this is BT Hadley's game, Last Stand for Humanity. So right off, a lot of times when I get feedback is a lot of people make really boring itch pages with nothing on here, just your game. This one instantly stands out. It's different color schemes. It's got a nice banner. If you scroll down, you see there's a video, there's tons of screenshots and some description and story. So this is what I like to see, because if I wasn't part of this jam and I was just trying random games, this would at least make me want to play the game, if not just an empty page with no images. Okay, so quick story we got here. So I'm not going to read it all out because I can't pronounce any of this stuff. Okay, so we got WASD as our movements. Mouse aim, left mouse fire. So let's give this a try. Really nice title screen. I like this a lot. It's nice and clean, easy to see what to start. I'm terrible at making title screens in UI and visuals, so I'm kind of jealous of this. Okay, let's start the game. Now I remember this one from Discord. I actually really like what he did with this shader here, and I want to start learning how to do some of this. It's a nice curve. I don't seem to be able to fire. Maybe I need these power-ups. Yeah, I really like this curved shader. It looks awesome. So it says I have fast bullets, but clicking is not. I'm trying both mouse buttons. Let me try a whole pile of keys. Ah, there we go. I'm assuming that's a helper friend. Oh, maybe not. So far, the one thing I would mention is I think it would feel a lot better with a bit more responsive input. I guess responsive's not the right word. It is responsive, but more like punchy. So when I'm pressing it, like, I almost have the instinct I want to press the key harder because I'm trying to make him move faster. It feels a little too slow, but otherwise the movement feels really good. It's just a bit slow. Okay, let's try the next stage here. I like that animation, that's nice. One thing too I like on rail shooters like this, you don't see a lot of the time, I like that it has a progress bar at the top. So you actually know how far you have to go. Okay, we got this guy. One thing that would look kind of cool in here too is some extra particles. Almost like one of those, I don't know, almost like kind of like space fog kind of thing. I might not know what I'm even talking about. So far everything plays great, it's really smooth. I haven't run into any bugs yet. The one thing I might do is like right here, so it says fast bullets, but I can't shoot. I'm not quite sure why that is until this crosshair comes up, so maybe just something with a bit more explanation to the player of like what he can do at that point, because I'm just assuming from what I've gathered that you're not actually supposed to be able to shoot there, and seeing that on the screen makes me think I should be able to, so it's a bit confusing. This part I like. I like the end part with the the stage complete, and it shows all your info on it here. I like when games do this, and it just kind of gives you a little break before you move on. Okay, we'll try one more and then we'll hit up the next game. One thing I'm curious, I want to see... Okay. I was just testing to see what happens when I hit an asteroid. We'll try again quick. But yeah, this part here, like, just this, I think if you speed it up a bit, it'll just feel more action-based. Like, if I'm in a ship, it feels like I should be going quite a bit faster. You don't have to actually make the stuff move faster, but maybe keep the asteroids going the same, but make the particles move faster. And adding some kind of little, like, particle system boosters on the end of your rocket might actually make it look a lot cooler. But again, I know it's a jam game, and I know as much as anybody else how hard it is to, you know, finesse and polish a game last minute. So these are just thoughts if you decide to continue with the game. Beating those enemies feels pretty easy too. You might want to speed up the projectiles and just make it a bit harder. But yeah, other than that, everything's flowing really good. Like it, great submission, man. Good job on getting a game complete. I like the planets in the background on this too. They look awesome. Okay, so I'll leave that for now. And I'm actually going to come back and rate all of these when I'm done. So I'm just going to close these up and I'll do that later. Alright, next one I'm going to do is from Heckard, who also is always on my Discord and really active in chatting with everybody. And he's really active on the GDTV Discord as well. So let's check out his game here. I saw a bit of the creation of this one, but I haven't actually tried it at all yet. Okay, so A and D to move clockwise or counterclockwise. Space to let a car. Okay, this sounds interesting. Again, page looks pretty good too. You could add a couple more screenshots or something, and maybe something a bit different on the background. Just because it almost makes me think like there's something being blocked by the game. So it just looks like it's not quite fitting in there, but again, it looks nice. It's not just a blank, boring background. So I think you did good there, man. Let's try out your game. Okay. For jams, I like when this is done. It's right on the main page, shows you the controls, so it's very easy to follow. Okay, so we basically got left and right in space. So let's start. Okay, I see. So I have to walk around. And I assume everybody stops. And I press space. Okay, so they stop until I get to them. Okay, this is going to get tricky because you have to go into the middle lane too. And I know it's probably just a jam thing, and again, as far as I know, it was only Heckard working on this, so it's hard with one person doing a full game, but a little bit of sound and player feedback here would make it a lot. Oh, and I think I failed. Yeah. I am not good. But yeah, a bit of sound would go a long way on this. All right, let's give this another try. But everything is working great. It's flowing smooth. Gets a little confusing to move my player, but that's totally my fault because I'm thinking when I'm here, I think I got to press left to go this way sometimes. But his instructions are clear that you go clockwise and counterclockwise. It's just some sort of a bit not intuitive naturally, even though in your head you know you're supposed to press that, but you just want to kind of press a different button. And I gotta get over here. Wonder if you can get hit by a car. Oh, I think I got hit by a car. Oh, no, I did a congestion. So yeah, I think that's my main takeaways on this is if you continue with it, you know, just start polishing it up, adding some sounds and stuff. But I think it's mainly the sounds that would make it a lot better. Even just something simple like some little blips or something. Maybe add a score system too. I guess it depends if you want. This way is kind of nice too. It's a very different game. Oh. Okay, so they can't hit me, but I can cause an accident. Oh, it looks like your text is overlapping each other here. Okay, awesome. Good job, man. Nice game. I will come back and rate these later. Let's see what I got next here. Okay, another guy that's always on my Discord, CGQQL. Oh, I thought I was already following. Okay, so his game is Last Man Standing. Nice page here. Okay, I did try this one a little bit too on our early build. You don't actually have to do any like movement or anything. You just select one and then you hope you pick the right one that's going to be the last man standing. So it's kind of neat. I like this when I tried it out. Let's get it going here. So it's a nice character too. I can't remember where he said he got it from. I'm sure it's in the credits here. Oops. Music fits too. So here's the story. I love this, how he's got the text scroll. It's a lot of Game Jam submissions. We're pretty close. We're at like 1100. I feel attacked by this because I'm actually working on a 3D Vampire Survivor clone just for practice. No, we don't want to have that 8G. All right, let's try. Yeah, so it took me a second to figure out last time, but yeah, you basically just have to select one. We pick a guy, so I'm going to go with this guy. And it's kind of a roulette thing of, we hope for the best, but I picked a horrible one. And some of them turn into dogs. Oh, apparently I turned into a dog. It almost gives me a... If you did a bit more on the story and weird stuff with it, it almost gives me a Stanley Parable kind of vibe of just weird stuff happening in an office. Wow, this round's going long. I think the round length changes too. Yeah, so I didn't do good there. Okay, so let's try again. Let's pick this guy here. Oh, again, I'm awful. I'm curious. Okay, it's 2 rounds, 3, 4, 5. I apparently turned into sushi. 6. Well, it's pretty close. It was 7, and I think the last time was 8. Alright, let's try one more time, see if we can get... I'll go with this guy. Man. Okay, maybe one more. See if we can get a win scenario here. That was a nice little touch I saw. I don't know if they're going to walk past this one, but I saw like somebody walk past this window. So nice little things like that are cool. I like that some of the buildings in the background are animated. So even though it's super minor, like you can see these guys, and yeah, somebody just walked by. It's really minor things, but if they weren't there, you would notice it more. It'd be more static. So overall, I really like the visuals and everything you did here. Let's try this guy. Man. All right. Go. Last one. But yeah, the environment, everything looks great here. I don't know what it is, but the music just kind of makes it. It's happy and upbeat while weirdness is going on, and I think the music is really what actually does it here. Okay, that was a long one, but we failed on that one. So yeah, I'm not too sure what the win is. I'll probably come back and try it again, but I want to try getting through as many as I can here, so I'm gonna move on from here. And let's see what I got next here. Okay, another buddy from Discord here, Marcus from Oz. So let's check out what he's got here. It's a nice background for a page too. I like the layout. Okay, so he's got the instructions here. Tetris-based game. Clear a row, triggers a timer. Okay, so you have a last stand feature. Okay, JKL for rotate. ASD to move the pieces. QWE. Oh, okay, so I guess he's changed those. And space to drop. All right, let's try this out. And I haven't played this one at all either. I tried a play test of a very early build, but it wasn't really up and running yet. Full screen's not working, just as an FYI. Okay, normal Tetris. I like that you do see the placement at the bottom. JKL for rotate, just to get used to it. Okay. One thing I wish it had is if you press down, I wish you could just hold down and it would go down. It's not doing it. If I tap them, they go one by one. But I used to play a lot of Tetris, and having that speed up down as well as the press a single key to drop is really handy. I'm not sure how to do that last standing thing that it talked about. And wow, I'm getting really bad pieces here. Okay, so far it's all normal Tetris. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I also notice it's a bit tricky if you're moving sideways and trying to rotate at the same time. It's not very responsive. And again, that's because if I hold left, it doesn't keep moving. I have to tap it once. So that's just one thing for a Tetris game I would really want and expect to kind of see that there. But so far everything's playing good. Let's find out what's going on. Oh man, this is awful. It's not always a must, but seeing the next piece on the corner would be nice. I haven't had a single long bar yet. Maybe he doesn't have them because I haven't seen one. Yeah, without seeing the next piece, it's a bit hard to plan your attack too, because you don't know what's going to be coming up. Oh, there's one. Okay. Yeah, so far, other than the feedback I gave, everything else is working pretty good here so far. It's just, yeah, I'd really emphasize putting that hold down so you can move sideways. I'm curious about this last stand feature. I might have to go back to the menu to see if it said something else. I don't know what key or anything if I'm supposed to press something. I'll give it a few more, see if anything comes up, and then if not, I'll go check the menu again. Yeah, I don't think anything else is going to come up, so I'm going to go check that menu right away. Let's just go back here. How to play. Costs you 100 points, but removes between 1 to 3 rows randomly chosen. So yeah, I don't see anything telling me how to do the last stand. I like that there's a story though. That part's cool. Okay, here I'm just gonna exit out. Yeah, I don't see how I do the last stand part. Let me try one more new game here. Yeah, sorry if I'm just missing it, Marcus, but I don't see... Like, I'm looking all over. I don't see anything on the UI or anything. I'm not too sure how the last stand part works. Oh, there. Okay. I'm totally blind. Last stand, press F. If that was there the whole time, I feel like an idiot. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I don't know why I did not notice that. Okay, so, you know what? Let's let it build up a bit. And just see what we get here. Okay, so F. Okay, so it just picks some random ones. That's actually pretty neat. Yeah, because that takes away from your score, but it can really fix things if you do something really bad that's game breaking and you're gonna lose. That can definitely save you. Okay, that's actually really neat. So yeah, the only thing I'd recommend is kind of the movement. The feel of moving the pieces and rotating them just doesn't quite feel Tetris-y. But other than that, everything else about this and that little feature is really awesome. I like it. So nice job, man. Congrats on a game submission. Let's check up what our next one is. Okay, so these are all randoms. I think there's a few more for friends I got to get to yet, but I don't have them standing in order. So this is one. I basically went through the chat room on the Discord server and I just made a list. I'm going to try to do the ones people were active in posting throughout the jam before I do randoms. So this is one of them. Okay, so it looks like this one does not have web build, which is fine. We got video, we got animated GIFs. So the page looks really good. Nice background. City's being overrun. Okay, movement, WSD. Left click to attack, spacebar to jump. Okay, and we rotate the camera with the mouse. Okay, let's grab this. Just extract it quick. I'm guessing from the looks of it, yeah, Unreal. Okay, so this one's made in Unreal. Oh, looks like I have to install a runtime, so just give me 1 sec here. Okay, so it looks like that one's actually requiring some installs and wants me to reboot. So I'm going to leave that. I'll do that another time here. So I'll just leave these games for now and then I'll do some more later.